Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to talk about weapons lights today. These are my two polymer pistols. I'm not sure my cowboy revolver 357 would take a light on it, but this here on the right is the Taurus Millennium G2. It's Pro Series. I've got a little crimson trace light on that one. It fits pretty well for its size overall, and it's been a decent light. I think it's around 130 lumens, but I was wanting to get one here for the Smith & Wesson M&P. This is 40 caliber and more of a full size, about the size of a Glock 19, I guess you'd say. And what I did is I went out to a gun show here locally, and they had a dealer there for Fenix. He showed me this light here. It's the GL-06. That's 600 lumens, and I believe the throw on it's 140 meters out. It's got an instant strobe button and a single hand operation, says there on it. It's got a 5-year warranty on this, and it's got a QD quick lever lock. So unlike the Crimson Trace here that has the 2 screws that you screw into on the other side and fit it onto a single pick rail. That was another reason I got this light instead of the larger one, is I could put it on the nightstand pistol, and that's the normal one that I normally use, so I could switch this off to the Smith. But I wanted to see how it would fit on the Smith. I know it's going to be a little smaller than most C. You know how they stick out a little bit from the end of the barrel, probably out into this area. But I'm going to put it on there real quick, and then we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to unbox the little light here, and let's see what it says here on the back. Your output, 600 lumens, runtime is 50 minutes, and then an hour and 30 minutes, depending on the battery group I think that you have in there. The distance throw is 140 meters. The intensity is 4,880 candela, which is pretty bright for a little light like that. You don't want to go too bright for your indoor lights, because you get up in the middle of the night, your eyes are adjusted to the dark, and then you pop on a 1,000 lumen light, pistol light, 800 lumens, you know, something super bright, and you're reflecting off of bright walls like tan or white in color, and it could blind you, so you got to be careful of that. Alright guys, we'll pause the video here, and I'm going to take it out and mount it up here on the pistol after I unload it. Alright guys, when I pulled it out of the box, this is how it's packaged here. It's kind of unique. I've never seen one. This is the first Fenix light that I've had. I've heard that like emergency services, EMTs and so forth, and I believe some police will use these type lights. Got your instruction manual here in multiple languages, and we will go through that in a minute. So here's the light itself. Oh, let's see, it's inside of another pack. Take the cord out. Looks like you got another O-ring here, and maybe a door compartment for it. And how does this come out of there? Down on the bottom? Yes, it is. Okay. And just like that. And there's the little light. And that's the quick detach on it. So it says unlock is up and lock is down. So that lifts up the side there, I guess, and goes right into the pistol. Jake, can you give me the scissors to cut this off with? We'll get that removed off of there. But here's your little pads on either side. You can do it left-handed or right. It's ambidextrous. And we'll check it out here once we get it on the pistol. What it's saying here is to remove the front of the light. I'm screwing this out here. And there is a white insulation sheet between the battery to preserve the battery life. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. Unscrew it. Got a real tight fit to it because of the rubber O-ring. And it's, I think it's got gold ends on either end there for the battery contact. Let's pop the battery and show it. That is a 700 milliamps per hour. 16340 battery is what it comes with. And I'll see if I can get that screwed back in. I'll just screw it backwards and then forward. And we're back in snug. And there we go. That's the brightness. Don't know what the instant strobe. Whew. That'll blind you. I'm going to trim this off here with my professional grade kitty scissors that I have. And we've taken that out so it's functioning. And the weapon is unloaded. Nothing in the chamber. And no mag. So I'm going to see if I can fit it on here. Let's see. I guess it comes up in place. Maybe put it to the front. And I'll probably put it there in the middle. Bring this back down. And it should lock in place. There is a bit of movement. I don't know if that's normal. Let's move position. It might be normal. I'm just not used to it. See if I can go back one. You will not let me go back one on this particular pistol. Let's see if I can go there in the front. Alright, that's a lot more secure. No, it's moving. It wasn't even in place. Okay, you have to have the front right there. That divot has to be in place there. So really there's only one spot for this one to go in this pistol. It does move. I'm not sure if I like that. Might try it on the other pistol, but it is pretty bright. It says up to 600 lumens. Now this is rechargeable. And I'll have to find the recharging port on it, as I'm not certain. Let's read the manual. Should be here in the back, probably right behind the pistol here. There's probably a cover. I'll look in the manual, but there's definitely a recharging port on it. So, alright guys, we'll get this mounted up here, see if this position is the best, and try it out. Okay, the reason the light was moving around is these little inserts. If I can find my finger in the phone. This is the one that was on there, I believe right here. And it was loose on my Smith & Wesson M&P. So I'm going to try this other block here that is wider and it's a little bit shallower. And what happens is you just turn it here in place. What you need to do is read the instructions before you just try something. It always helps. And we're going to put the larger one on here to see if that stops the movement up here on the pick rail. It was able to move back and forth. It wouldn't have come off, but it just slid back and forth, so I didn't care for it. But I wanted to show you that. That is provided in with the little packaging. It was in with the O-ring. And number two, and just about as important, is on the light itself, there is no charging port. But as you can see right here, the charging port is the micro USB. I was hopeful it was the USB-C, but it's actually on the battery itself on this light. Alright guys, we're going to assemble here, put it all together, and see what happens on the Smith & Wesson M&P 40. Alright, what I did here is I went ahead and put the larger centerpiece in there. It's a little bit bigger on the square, a little wider. It did fit a little more snug, and then I went ahead on this side and put a few turns on that screw, and it's not moving now. It's staying right in place. It's quite a bit brighter. This is 600 lumens. I believe the little crimson trace I had on the 9mm here was maybe 130, 150 lumens, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think it was 130. But I only paid $20 for that little light, so you can't expect much. This one is all metal solid state. Like I said, gold contacts on either end of the battery. Simpler, much simpler to change the battery out. And I cannot remember what the salesman told me that little bulb was in there, but it has got a very tight throw. The other one's got more like a flood effect to it when it's on the wall. I'll try to get some shots on another video in darkness, but I really like it. It's not too big, it's not too small. I think it'll work great on there. So we're gonna set this up and hope for the best. I'll try and make another video again later. Talk to you later, guys. I just wanted to show one other thing here. This is where everything rests and sleeps in here. I'd cut out a little bit of a foam opening for the other light that I had. I put on my shotgun in the bedroom, and just tucked away, ready to go. Got the mag in here. I don't have one in the chamber on this one. This one here is the nightstand bed gun, and it has the Crimson Trace light on it, and it's locked and loaded in a little holster, sticky pocket holster. But with this one being a quick detach, it'll go on fairly quickly. And this has the tritium night sights on it, so I can see if I have to use it pretty quick. So that's the setup for this one, guys. And we're going to put it to bed here and bring out the next light that I want to show you guys.